watching WMBD This Morning.
Well, before the break, you heard Bruce Moon perform his single Home from the War.
That's right, and now Bruce is joining us to tell us more about his musical journey. Bruce, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Of course, and we want to ask you about, you've already had a very impressive career. You're an established art therapist, and you have several published books as well. You're also an honorary life member of the American Art Therapy Association. So plenty of accolades that you've received. So with that being said, what made you want to take the musical path?
Well, I think I wanted to be a musician a long time before I became an art therapist, actually. When the Beatles came to America, I decided that's what I wanted to do. But then I got sidetracked by 22 years working in a psychiatric hospital and then another 22 years in academia.
Wow.
Very good. So obviously, lifelong career of dedication. So there.
Well, really about bringing the arts to people in ways to help other people express themselves in ways that they couldn't necessarily just talk about.
Sure.
Right. And so the song that you've just performed, it sounded pretty personal. It seems like you took us through a story. So can you kind of tell us what was behind that?
That song actually is a compilation of one client that I worked with and an overheard conversation. The client was a Vietnam veteran who was electively mute, would not speak to anyone.
Wow.
But he would come into the art studio at Harding Hospital and hang out and enjoyed painting, and this went on for about 6 months.
Wow.
And I didn't pressure him, just was with him to develop a relationship through the arts. And at one point on a Friday morning, actually, he said, he came into the studio and I was working and I said, "Hello, David," not expecting any response, and he said, "My name is David."
Wow.
And so there was that. And then 2 summers ago, I was standing in an ice cream store in Minocqua, Wisconsin, waiting in line, and I overheard this couple talking about their son, David, who was a veteran of the Afghanistan war, and they're worried. They were just kind of having a conversation about their worries and concerns for him. And somehow that kindled my memories of my own David that I worked with, and that song came.
Wow. So I love that. I love that. Beautiful story behind that.
Most definitely an amazing storyline you have there, and being able to kind of relate to it personally within your own life is so cool. Well, if someone wanted to see you perform live, how do they have the ability to do so?
Well, it just so happens next Wednesday at Uptown Circle in Normal, I'm going to do a concert there from 6 to 7:30.
Nice.
Later on, September 9th, I'll be at a festival in Bloomington. And then going way out in November 19th, I'll be at Bishop Hill Creative Commons in their concert space.
So plenty of opportunities to see you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Awesome.
and of course you'll have plenty of opportunities to do that, but you do have 16 LPs out right now, so where can people listen to that?
Oh, people can find those on Spotify or Pandora, Apple Music, any of the streaming services.
All the streaming services. Love it.
Very good. Well, Bruce, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Of course. And we will share all these details up on our website, CIproud.com.